I don't have a lot of money like you have, but I give as much as I can afford to Ukraine through my own money and through my disciples also. And we even support opening a vegan restaurant in Ukraine also so that we can help from there other people, other soldiers and who are victim people. We continue doing that in our very humble, small way. And because of all these humane supports, and of course more other spies were after me, still are, I'm not in safety. Less safe even than before. Became almost like a homeless. Even at the place I used to live, trees were chopped down without warning and for no reason. I mean, in front of my people who are living there, even started burning the forest where I lived. So I'm not for Putin at all. In case any of the European leaders think that way, no. 100% no, more than 1,000% no. I don't support war, no matter who made it. And whoever makes war, he, she is my enemy. The enemy of the people. Yes, because I have the heart to kill innocent. And affect the whole world with it, with food problems, with transportation problems, and with peace problems. Life is so hard for a lot of people already. Now, why make war? So that people can't sleep, can't eat well, can't do their job, and have to mourn their own loved ones. And all these beautiful, handsome young Russians, for example, young, beautiful men and women of Ukraine have to die for what? Even if you are successful in taking the whole country, what will you have when you go down in your tomb, huh? If you even could go there, or you'll be exploded into pieces before you even know where your soul's gone. I'm all for peace, okay? So, President Trump, forgive me if I offended you in any way. I'm 100% for you. It's just, peace is a very big karmic kind of burden. Anyone who wants to handle peace must handle really with care, like raw eggs. I mean, I'm so much for peace that even though I love the Indian book, the ancient book called Bhagavad Gita, meaning the songs of the gods, I don't let them extract anything from that book anymore. We used to have some, and when they asked me, then I realized they're making some of it from the Bhagavad Gita, and I said, don't do it. Because in the Bhagavad Gita, the master of Arjuna encouraged him and pushed him to make war with the so-called enemies. The enemies also have their own teacher, master, friends, for example, like that. So I don't want to ever advertise for that book anymore, even though that was the first book that I found by the Ganges River when I went into a shop and asked for that book. And they told me that they don't have it anymore. But then the next day they called me in and said, oh, how did you know that we have a box in our storeroom and we didn't know about it? So you can buy it now. They were surprised. They thought I have psychic power. How couldn't I see things? Because I was kind of insisting with them. I said, I saw it. I never saw this book before, but it's like this color outside, and it's written like this, like that, and it's this size. It was a small book, a small formed book. And they were surprised. How did I know all that, even though I hadn't seen this book before? I said, I just saw it, and I thought you have it. That's why I came in and wanted to buy it. They said, no, at that time we didn't have it. We looked, it's all over. Nothing was there until, we saw it in our storeroom. So here you can have it. And because of that, one of the customers in the shop at that time wanted to read my palm and predicted that I will be a Buddha. In 4 years, you will become a complete Buddha. At that time, you are getting there, they told me. They wanted to read my palm, but I refused. I said, I don't have money to pay for it, sir, and I don't believe much in it. They said, no, you don't have to pay any money. I'm just interested because I saw your aura. I want to know who you are and why. So he even read my palm and predicted that in 4 years I will reach a complete Buddhahood, meaning at that time I wasn't Buddha yet. But even then, one of them wanted to become my disciple, the owner of that bookshop. I wasn't a master or anything of that kind. God did not tell me that I would be a master yet at that time. That was on the Ganges River in Rishikesh. I went there because many ancient masters went there in history, the Buddha also. And one of the great masters of the big famous system called Bias in Bias also went there to meditate. And great masters like Saint Kapoor Singh Ji, yes, he also went there to meditate for a while. So I went there to meditate because I wanted to take in some of the whatever energy that was still there from the great ancient masters. Also, I wanted to pay respect to them by going to the Ganges River every day to meditate. In the middle of the Ganges, I almost drowned when the big flood came. Luckily, God protected me, so I came out alive. No, that was too long story, huh? Yeah, I'm just telling you that. Oh, this is a little proof that at least I really want peace. I'm with you. And I know why you have been, at the end, not too friendly with President Zelensky, because you were so burning inside. You want peace yesterday already. But everybody has different opinions in their own problem and their own situation to deal with. So please understand President Zelensky and forgive him even if you think he's completely wrong. But he also has his own problem, his own opinion. You know that. And we just have to make peace. Even if anyone is so hungry for peace, so desperate for peace, so painful inside for the victims of the war and really want to push for peace in any way possible, still we cannot sacrifice friendship and the harmony of the international community, meaning other countries around America, because that will cause another war then. And that will defeat your purpose. President, please, I know you have many good advisors, and I am just nowhere. Yes, but please, I have the right to also express my opinion. And I have the right also to, I have the right of wanting to help you, to have America, have the world. Also, physically, President Zelensky, he's exhausted from 3 years of war as the head of the state in a war. So he might not have been able to sleep a couple of nights before, or had many headaches from the front line, or from his dying shoulders, or from some setback in his strategy to fight. And he went all the way from Europe to America. That is a long way, and he might not have been able to sleep well in the airplane. Noise and a lot of questioning, a lot of worrying in his head. So he might have busted out against his own will. Imagine if you are in his position, then you will know how it is like, and please forgive. Please make peace with Ukraine, because Ukraine is now represented by President Zelensky. And I'm sure you already have had second thoughts about excluding Europe and Ukraine out of your concern. I know you won't do it in some days, and somehow, eventually, because you are a man of peace, you can't just let people die. Peace is more important than personal opinions and arguments. I'm sure President Zelensky would also have realized it by now. So you two men, both are passionate about your own ideals. Even though Ukraine is a small country compared to America and not as rich, as powerful, but it is a country with millions of people living in it. And normally they're peaceful folk, they just do farming. Farming is the work that God recommended to us, humankind, but many don't do it. Nowadays especially, many fields are left empty, untended, because of different reasons, because of climate change, because high tech, and because of better jobs in the city, for example, like that. But Ukraine will still continue to do their farming diligently, faithfully. And they're exporting farming products. I think they're the fourth or the fifth in the world. Imagine such a small country. So many countries really rely on Ukrainian farmers and the way they're doing their daily lives for farming products to survive. So please, for all of these people, President Trump, just concentrate on your goal, okay? And be patient. Explain it to President Zelensky what you wanted him to understand. You know that many people sometimes do things or they tell you what they think, but you don't understand them also because you think it's not logical or it might be a trick. President Zelensky, even though he respects you, respects Americans, he might find it difficult to believe, to trust anyone anymore after Russia betrayed him. You see what I'm saying, sir? I think maybe you have known all this, but because you're too busy to give more consideration, deep thinking into all these things that I'm saying, I'm just here to remind you. And in case you think my opinion is not your taste, please forgive me then, but please consider it for peace's sake, for the sake of all humans that depend on the peace in Ukraine, to live on, to take care of their family, their children. Please consider my talk. Just consider my talk. It's just as a woman who is also passionate about peace and supporting your passion for peace.